I'll probably edit off the first little bit before you actually start playing. I'm gonna do like a little intro or whatever, but.
Alright, you start doing your intro whenever.
You can go a little bit into it. Or no?
Oh, so there's something on that, on the background?
Yeah. Right there. Perfect. What's the quality? Can you put it up any? I'm not even kidding. Is that all the way up, the quality? It probably is.
I think it's on HD, so it probably is. It's probably just not a very good
Quality
1080p.
Premium. Oh, you have to. So it's in 10. Put it in 10.
Oh, actually, yeah, it's on auto.
And then rewind it real quick. I know. I'm sorry, dude.
You should be sorry. Oh, that does look kind of better in the preview thing, though. That part doesn't look that much better.
That's pretty good. All right, so we're doing what? Why did you want to do this?
Me? You brought it up.
Been wanting to do like kind of like reaction videos, you know. I know those are popular with the cool kids, but it felt disingenuous to do it with something I couldn't. I was like, I'm not just gonna, you know, start reviewing. What am I? And I don't know. But I've been watching these old, like, I like watching like the TV shows you watched back in the day when you were a kid.
Yeah.
One of them is I Shouldn't Be Alive. I'm very thankful to be alive. So, figured today we'd all be a little bit thankful to be alive.
Heck yeah.
You got any words?
I'm excited to watch.
It's a long intro.
Yeah.
Is it too long?
Yeah.
Let's just get right into it. I'll cut some of that out.
5 Boy Scouts and their leaders take on one of the toughest
You might have
trails
made
in
the
the
mouse,
Grand Canyon.
It's so hot.
But they're soon at the mercy of a freak heat wave. And as their water runs out, what started out as a fun adventure quickly turns into a fight for survival.
They all look like they
3
shouldn't be there.
50-year-old boys risk their lives in a desperate race to find water.
I wouldn't go out there.
Why would they climb a hill to find water?
I love shows like this, dude. I don't know why, like, even the bad acting.
Yeah. They do kind of overdo it sometimes.
Right.
After camping out for a night close to the Grand Canyon's north rim, 5 Boy Scouts from Utah are about to make their very first descent to the bottom of the canyon.
They look kind of old
3
to
of
be
the
Boy
boys are close
Scouts.
friends.
Looks like a sausage fest.
Yeah.
I was a Cub
15-year-old
Scout.
Mark Coons has been a
really?
scout for 4
I never
years.
was.
Done with some of
You're
that?
cooler.
I was saving it for big breakfast tomorrow.
Scouting was really a big thing for me. I'm an Eagle Scout, which is the highest rank in the Boy Scouting program, and
Sick.
So, you know,
How'd
I've
you
spent a
get
lot in my life.
Mark is
bad.
friends with Jordan Weiniger, who goes to the same high school in Bountiful, Utah.
Every one of us boys, we'd grown up in the same neighborhood, gone to school together, and so we were excited to spend some time to bond and to have fun with each other.
We haven't done enough.
Kinda heavy with all this water.
Nah, it's all that bacon I'm hearing about.
First rule of hiking, always be nice to the guy carrying the breakfast.
That's a good point, Mark. Maybe I should take that bet.
Dream on.
Making up the trio of friends is David Phillips. He's the most experienced hiker of the 3.
Wait,
It's
how many
June,
total are
and the
there?
day is shaping up to be blisteringly hot.
It's just 3 friends,
The
but
leaders are
multiple.
following the first rule
more
of
people?
Grand Canyon hiking.
There's a lot
Take
of old
water
people.
and plenty of it.
Okay, boys, don't leave anything behind. It's a real deal today. We're going over the rim.
There's
He has an Australian hat. He knows what he's talking about.
Guy
This ain't the
Davis is
Outback.
the scouts leader.
Most
close
of the
to
boys
it.
that went, I knew very well. They were about as high as kites. They were excited.
Guy Davis? That dude. I'd follow him into battle.
I still remember my first time in the canyon.
Veteran hiker Lauren Pace is in charge of navigation.
Earl,
He's also brought his brother Earl along.
they're having a good time. Yeah, why not?
Earl shouldn't
Time of their lives.
have gone out there.
they do look
He's-
wide.
he's
For a
the
couple of
weakest
hours
link.
hiking, the
They
boys
look
reach the
wise.
canyon's north rim.
Is that like 8 of
Walk
them?
around that corner.
It's a good
you
handful
see
for sure.
A huge panoramic view of.
If you're missing a
cliffs,
finger or
go
two.
mile Down. There's nothing like it.
It's the biggest canyon on Earth.
Yeah, I flew
18
over it
miles
whenever we were
wide and
going
nearly a
to
mile
Hawaii.
deep in parts.
The Grand Canyon.
Its
Yeah.
sheer size makes it one of the world's
That's the only
most
time I know for sure that I saw it.
extreme environments.
Did you know the sheer size makes it the most
That's where
extreme
we're going.
hiking?
All the way.
Thanks for letting me know.
It's amazing.
It's also amazing
Incredible.
and incredible.
Scared of what they're taking on, it's home.
We're going all the way down.
Why is Harry Potter out there?
Get bored of hiking, and there's always the fast way down.
The group have already hiked 3 hours to their first night's camp.
a
Now
lot of
they'll make
hiking.
their descent, following the unmarked Little Nankoweap creek bed. It's a tough hike with steep descents that drops 4,000 feet down to the Colorado River.
Why did the old people think that they could do this?
There they'll fill up on water
Probably
and take
have.
an easier route back up.
That's true.
The whole trip should take around 7 days.
Whenever I did Blodgett, there was an old dude that like passed me on the
An hour
way
on from the
as I was
canyon
going
rim,
up. He was
the
going
group
up,
reaches the end
and
of the
then
official
when I got like
route.
halfway up, he was coming down,
From
and
here
then when
on,
I was
they'll be
like
off
3/4 of the way
trail
up, it was
all the
going
way
up.
down.
The trail ended, and then it got very rocky. That's when we saw the difficulty of what the hike was going to be.
Jordan is right to be wary. Every year, some 300 hikers get into trouble here, and about 200 of them have to be airlifted out by rescue services. Around 10 more aren't so lucky and die here. And going off trail
R.I.P.
in the canyon intensifies the risk.
I'd be one of the 10 for sure.
Don't tell it yourself.
I got no survival skills.
That's why we're doing review videos or reaction videos.
I'm safe right here.
Is a rocky
On the
gully
couch.
over a mile long, an extreme descent over boulders, loose rock.
I like to
and
watch people
Jordan immediately sees how
go
tough
through
this
it,
will be.
not go through it.
Yeah.
It was turning into a hike that, was getting a little more dangerous.
They have no radio, and they're out of mobile phone range. If anyone gets hurt, they're on their own.
It was really steep.
That
The
doesn't even look
most
like a trail.
experienced hiker, David takes it in his stride.
If you like travel, you'll love our nifty
I love
free
travel.
guide called 7 Top Travel Hacks to Save You Money on Your Next Flight.
You could
It's
That's
the
what I need.
ultimate blue.
leave them out right there, perfect. Oh,
Mark
Yeah, I don't think it
is a
would
little more cautious.
Go away.
you're right.
You'd have to climb down a big rock. It hand packs down to other people.
So at that point, it wasn't just a hike, it was more of a climb.
It's like, this is what I signed up for.
A section of loose shale makes the going
I signed up to
tough.
be around young boys.
If you did put your foot wrong, you
Climb
definitely
down
could
no
take
mountain.
Take a nasty fall. Maybe not stop until you go all the way down to the bottom of the Grand Canyon.
After an hour of hot and exhausting scrambling, even scout leader Guy is struggling.
He's still up on
It's very
top.
difficult to keep your footing as you were sliding down.
At least he's graceful about it.
Yo, shout out to the actors for that though.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's like, I'll race you.
You win, buddy.
I managed to catch it with a part of the body you should never hit a log with, and literally knocked the wind.
Sorry, you made Elvis.
The little guy?
You okay to stand? Let me take this back.
You don't need to make any more kids. You already you made Elvis. You don't need to.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a lucky escape. It could have been much worse. 2 hours after starting down the chute, the exhausted group reaches the bottom. They've descended over 1,000 feet. Now, there's no going back.
Now they have to go back up at some point, though.
The
Dude,
temperature has been
pause it real
climbing
quick.
all day. It's touching 100 degrees.
Straight up, I like hiking, but when I go hiking, and you know how sometimes you're like, oh, where's this go? And you start going off, and then you're like, oh, where's this go? And it is a trail, but you're like, oh, we're further now, and like, it's not a loop. You gotta walk, and I'm like, we gotta go back already, because we gotta do, wherever we go, we're only halfway.
Yeah.
However far we go, we're only halfway.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm not going to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
I mean, I do want to go to the Grand Canyon, actually, for real, but I'm probably not hiking it like how they are.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's extreme, dude.
There was one time, there's like this park in Colorado Springs called Red Rocks Open Space, which it's mostly like an open space for dogs. But like there is like like it's an old mine, and then it like leads into the mountains kind of. So like I went up into the mountains kind of, and I followed the trail up, went and like got like not to the top, but like up to like some like a rock formation that was kind of like a peak-ish area.
Right. And
then when I was going down, I got lost the trail, and ended up in like a drainage like wash area kind of, and was just following that down. And then as we were going down, started to see like weird stuff. Like there was I think there was a tricycle out there, like an old tricycle, and then
the dude from Saw was out there.
Something like that. And then there was like a really cheap like stroller for like a kid, but like it was like in pretty good condition.
You take it?
No. But I mean, I don't have any use for it. I'm just saying.
Not yet.
It wasn't like a really expensive one or anything. Like it wasn't nice, but it was like just like a really cheap one, but it was in like decent condition. And then we went like a little bit farther down, and there was a fucking I shouldn't have cussed, but oh well, you can edit it out. There was
I'm editing
a tunnel.
all this out. No, I'm playing.
There was like a weird ass tunnel. It was really creepy.
Oh,
yeah.
Did you go in it?
I went like a little bit in it. I have a picture I can show you of it later.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was weird. And then around that same area is NORAD, which is that underground base. Well, NORAD is like the satellite stuff on top, but there is like a base in Cheyenne Mountain like underneath it. Yeah. And that tunnel that I saw, it was really small, but it was very like regular, like natural stuff would be kind of irregular shape. This was like a very like consistent shape as far as I could see all the way down.
Right.
And it looked like there was like a plank of wood like right at the front too. Yeah. Yeah, a little creepy.
You were almost on the episode of I Shouldn't Be Alive.
Yeah, could have been. Got lost for a little bit. It was scary. Keep playing?
No, dude. We gotta restart, bro. No, I'm playing. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're good. I don't think we were at an important part.
How comes it so hot?
It's gotta be a freak thing. It'll be colder tomorrow.
It's not how it works.
A freak heat wave has hit the canyon. The temperature's heading for 108 degrees. Much hotter than anyone expected.
Lauren had been the year before, and it was hot, but not 110 degrees hot. You know, not cooking. So they didn't check the weather.
We had anticipated that the temperature would be in the 90s. 90-degree weather would have been bad enough.
And the route down offers no protection from the ferocious sun.
This is when we realized that we don't have any shade. We're not going to have any shade from now on.
There's nowhere to hide. Umbrella.
It's constantly beating down on you.
It's just
at least
draining
hats.
us and
Yeah.
dehydrating us.
That's what I'm saying. The dude with the Australian hat, he knows a little bit of something.
Alarmed that we were going through the water as fast as we were.
In the searing heat, they've already gone through 3/4 of their water. The only place they're going to get more is the Colorado River. But it's over 2,000 feet down, and they're still a day and a half's hard hiking away. In this heat, they'll run out long before they get there.
As we were hiking, that's all we could think about was the river, of getting to the river.
But the boys are
What
about
if
to
the
find
water
out
wasn't even
that
good
blistering
water to
heat
drink
isn't
once
the
they
only
got there?
hazard they
Is this
face.
Fiji? I don't want it if it's not Fiji.
Dave, don't move.
I need alkaline water.
You got a scorpion on your back.
One sting could immobilize David.
Hold still.
How do you get on his back?
Yeah, without him noticing for real. I thought he was about to stomp on it.
I don't know.
No, he was about to do
I don't really want to find out.
It's a reminder of just how
Flip him
hostile
out
the canyon is.
No, Harry Potter was about to
As
do
well
a
as scorpions, there are
Scorpiano
thousands of
Batano.
rattlesnakes.
Oh yeah.
Stepping on one would be all too easy. And getting bitten out here
Scorpiano
miles
Gigano.
from medical help could be fatal.
Bigano.
Thank
Come
you.
on, let's go.
Leave it for the next guy.
That afternoon, the temperature tops 108 degrees. By 7 that evening, they've had enough.
Doesn't it get cold at night?
Okay, guys.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it'd probably still be warm, but it
We
can
were
get cold
really
in the
exhausted.
desert.
We were just grateful to be off of our feet. We were grateful to have the sun down off of us.
David does his best to keep his friends' morale up.
Hey, guys! Guys, come here. You can see the
Knock
river.
knock.
Look at the beautiful water that you can't drink.
When I first saw the river,
can't?
all I could think was that is.
I was just
still
saying
very,
because it's so
very
far
Oh,
away.
that's
So
true.
it was really
It's a long
worrisome
straw.
to me
Yeah.
that it was so hot and then I was running low on water.
Just think about running in that river and drinking pints of icy water. A couple of
Pints.
hours in the morning and we'll be there.
You gotta tease yourself like that.
In fact, they're still a tough day's hike from the river, and their water is almost gone.
We begin to say, gee
Dude's
whiz, am I
freaking
going
out.
to be able to make it down to the river tomorrow?
Looks like he needs
Nobody
water.
Guy?
What is
No
that?
way.
Their
Ramen?
obsession with every drop of water.
Oh, is it for real?
A happy relationship.
I hope one day I can have this many freaking ads.
Tape is one of many
Where
male
the?
supremacy
Oh,
influences.
You see him as this guy
Tape.
that
Water is becoming overwhelming.
Hey, Jordan. Don't let it boil. It's a waste.
Just gonna heat it a little. Hey, George, they're much better dry.
That is
They're
smarter.
nutritious and delicious.
I don't know how
Like
nutritious
having
that
little
is.
worms in your mouth, just wiggling about.
Though I agree, water doesn't add any nutrition to it.
Come on, Mark. You gotta eat something.
I thought it was odd that I wasn't hungry after all that work all day. I don't know if that's some kind of side effect of dehydration or not.
Oh, that's just being a man.
Definitely that night I was starting to feel a little shocked and surprised that something I thought would be so fun was starting to turn into something that was so scary and so worrisome to me. And I felt like I had started to lose control of the situation that I was in.
You never had control.
Dave,
You never had your car.
Yeah.
we're gonna get through this.
Come on. We'll We'll get up early before the sun gets down on us. By the afternoon, we'll be at the river.
That water didn't even look clean.
Before sunup. That's when we need to get going.
Like David, Jordan is convinced there's only one way to avoid being cooked by the sun again.
We knew that we had to get up early. We knew that we had to beat the sun, that if we didn't, we knew that we would be in trouble.
He looks still sunburnt from it.
Yeah. Permanently sunburned.
Permaburnt.
But by the time the exhausted group is ready to go, the day is already blisteringly hot.
I know that when we did begin hiking, I don't remember what time it was, but the sun was on us. It was hot.
They didn't wake up early then. What was all that talk about?
We could feel our bodies were dehydrating. We could feel the heat.
It was all talk.
They're sweating up to 4 pints of water an hour and dehydrating fast. They face exhaustion, hallucinations, and as their blood pressure drops, collapse.
That's how I feel daily.
Just before noon, they face yet another ordeal. A grueling descent down a
Should eat
steep,
more.
rocky chute.
Probably drink some water, man.
Yeah, probably. Might help. I do have some right here.
The few hours the boys hoped it would take to reach the river have long passed, and they're not even close. And now, the water situation is critical.
My water's getting a little low too. I wouldn't say critical, but
You need to ration it.
yeah.
David shared a lot of his water.
Who wants it?
He gave the most of his water to anybody.
Go on, Joe.
Being nice being nice guy's gonna bite you.
Thanks.
Yeah, I wouldn't done that.
Yeah, I know. I won't go hiking with you ever again.
We've never gone hiking.
That's it.
Their life-saving water
What?
is gone, and they're still a good half day from the river.
I knew that we were out of water. I knew that, if we fooled around or wasted our time, I knew that
No tomfoolery.
we'd run into trouble.
Come on.
He was a
Let's get
natural
to the
born
river.
leader. He just needed a near-death experience to bring it out of him.
Are they on day 2?
Yeah. Well, technically, I think this is 3
Guy is
from like, the
struggling
very
most in
start.
the unrelenting heat.
Because they spent a
He's
night
fallen
first
behind
and
the
then
rest of the group.
started hiking,
It was like being in
which is
an
when that started. Like the
I was
story
physically
started.
exhausted.
Severe dehydration is putting Guy's body under intolerable pressure. Finally, it just gives out.
How did they know to be there to film all this whenever they were dying?
If you take
It
a
was
deep
staged.
breath, that sensation that you have where you can feel the oxygen going through your body. I couldn't do
It's like
that.
Bear Grylls. They have like a
The best
whole
I could do is
production team
reach a
behind them
shallow breath.
that have like food and drink, but they won't let them have any.
That'd be even worse.
Hey, where's Guy?
By the time the group
Which
realize he's not with them, they're hundreds of feet further down the chute.
Guy!
The dude that fell and hit his nuts yesterday, they didn't think to fucking keep an eye on.
He's still back there on the line. Ever make it down to the river.
Still in the same spot.
We need to keep going. Look, we can't just leave him. There's some shade here.
His
We'll
dick
sit in the
doesn't work
shade.
anymore. Leave him alone.
We can't leave him behind.
But Jordan
Useless
thinks
to
that
us
waiting
now.
for Guy could be...
He's the weakest link without his balls.
With AC Pro,
Oh my god.
Be a fatal.
You can't lead a group of young boys without your testicles.
Here and wait and die.
When Lauren said we needed to wait for Guy,
They don't respect him
I was
anymore.
mad. I knew that if we didn't leave, that we would die.
What he needs is water. Let's get down to the river and get him some.
He needs more than water, buddy.
Yeah. Why are those dudes not
It's
telling
a tough call.
their story?
If they leave Guy behind, he could die. But waiting for him to catch up could kill them all.
You wanna know why they're not telling their story?
Okay, okay.
We'll see.
Stay tuned to find out.
We gotta get down.
Who could guess?
We're coming back. We're coming back with
They're not
water.
coming back.
Dude, stop.
Guy's telling his story. He's good.
I had never heard a tone like that in anyone's voice before.
Maybe not low guy, but guy's good.
That kind of fear or anything like that ever in my life. Just, it changes you when you hear something like that.
Changes you, but not enough to hit
Leave
puberty.
somebody behind, but when it's your own life, you need to do what you need to do.
2 hours later, the whole group is desperate for water.
Anybody got any water left? No, I'm out.
Alright, start drinking piss.
Then Lauren remembers something that might just save their lives.
Bear Grylls.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's a creek runs up there. Half a mile along the ridge. There was water in that creek last June. I'll go.
Give me some cans.
See
I don't know if I
trees
trust his
along
memory.
that creek bank,
Yeah.
okay?
In these conditions, the extra hour of hiking puts a huge strain on David's dehydrated body.
You going solo?
I guess so.
But if he finds water, it'll be worth it.
Risky maneuver, man. Buddy system.
The creek is dry as dust.
Nothing's gonna change from doing that.
He thought he was gonna be a hero. No, he's just a zero.
Hey, Mark. Mark, wake up. Wake up.
We're dead.
There was nothing there. Just an empty riverbed.
It was very difficult. We had no idea where water was, how we were going to get there, when we'd get there, or how much longer we'd last.
They knew where water was. So they waited 2 hours there for that dude to go there and back? Seems like a waste of time.
After 6 hours tough hiking,
At least they got a
still
rest.
a long way from the river.
That's true. That one dude didn't.
Exactly. Yeah.
The temperature
Poor
has
guy.
climbed to a searing 112 degrees Fahrenheit.
Even hotter
Dehydration and
than the day
exhaustion
before.
are taking their toll.
Our bodies became weak very fast. Our pace that we were walking slowed down extremely.
No.
For 71-year-old Lauren Pace, enough is enough.
Lauren, you okay?
Don't fuss. I'm okay. I'm okay. Listen, guys. The sun is a killer. There's some shade here.
We should wait till it's dark.
We can't see anything.
Lauren reckons that hiking at night will be less strain on their dehydrated bodies.
Oh, I wonder if that's not a bad
If
idea.
they stay here, it could
Except
be
for
the last
predators.
thing they
And
ever
you can't see if you're about to walk off a
do.
cliff
There's
or
no
something.
easy answer.
Well, they might have
There was
flashlights.
a feeling among the boys that if we
Maybe.
stayed
They haven't said anything
we
about
would
it
die,
or
and it was
shown them,
urgent,
but
not something that we could just sit around and wait for.
It's hours till sunset. We stay here till night, we're all dead.
Well, Lauren knows where to go.
Right.
So he can tell us where to go.
The name like Lauren for a guy, I don't know.
Come on.
Yeah, that's questionable.
You want to just sit here, or do you want to do something? Let's do it. Mark?
Okay.
He's the one that got him into all
Going
that
against
trouble
their
anyway.
leader's advice is a big decision
Really?
for the boys.
It was like, oh, the weather was nice last year. Oh, there was water in that creek
Travel in this heat.
last year.
Oh, dude, you're right. That's 2 strikes,
When we
bro.
left Lauren and Earl under that rock in the shade, it didn't feel like even a decision at all. It was more like, we have to.
They didn't say anything about those other 2 dudes. It was just Lauren and Earl.
Armed with
that they cared
directions, the
about.
boys head out. They're determined to reach the river and bring water back for the others.
Very noble.
And just, oh, he's still alive.
Back up the canyon, Guy is deteriorating. His fluid levels are so low that his body has cut off the supply to his sweat glands.
Ooh.
That's not good.
I can't believe the time in my life when I wanted to sweat. I knew that if I could sweat, that it would cool down my body. And I physically tried to will myself to do that, and I couldn't do it.
Without cooling sweat, any physical exertion could send his temperature spiraling out of control. If it reaches 108 degrees Fahrenheit, his brain will begin to die. Guy is trapped. If he tries to hike out, it could kill him.
Maybe that explains his hair.
Come on, guys. Let's go.
Further down the canyon, Lauren is worried about the 3 boys hiking alone and sends his brother and the other scouts after them.
With the Disney bundle.
Nice. Wait, no, I want to watch this one.
It would be really fun to explore genres.
Adventure.
We're gonna save the world.
Hold on tight.
No.
But the 3 boys are making good progress, and they're now way ahead. They're less than a mile from the river. They just need to make the final descent.
What if they would have just tried to leave as soon as they got into this mess? As soon as they realized they were into this mess, if they just tried to move backwards?
It must be those rocks Lauren was talking about.
Good question.
Wouldn't be a good
But
story.
somewhere they've gone horribly wrong.
Well, they did say it was a.
Instead of the safe route
it
down,
was
they
3
were
miles
expecting
hike in from the time that it
they've
started.
reached a sheer 200-foot drop.
We could not see any way down it.
Yeah, those Lauren dudes, the problem.
It's a dead end.
There's no way down.
3 musketeers here.
Their water has run out, their leader has collapsed, and the 3 15-year-old boys are on their own. Their desperate bid to reach the Colorado River is over. It's the final straw. They've run into a dead end, a sheer 200-foot drop.
What do we do?
Jump.
I don't know, Mark. Nothing, I guess.
Damn, dude.
Give up.
The river's out of reach. And with the group not expected back for 6 more days, there's no hope of anyone sending out a search party in time. Now, all they can think of is getting out of the sun.
Oh, so they're just... Oh, okay.
Looking for shade.
Mm-hmm.
Back up the canyon, scout leader Guy is also losing hope. Out of sheer desperation, he comes up with a plan to make himself visible to any passing planes.
As I laid there, I knew that it would be hard for someone to see me because I was down below the level. I took out a emergency blanket.
Oh, I thought it was a burrito.
Emergency burrito. I knew the tinfoil would save my life.
Guy is totally alone and virtually helpless. It's his darkest hour.
Operator.
When I realized how much of my strength it took just to do that, I was absolutely certain that there was no way out without help from somebody else.
Someone would just think that's trash. They
Sheltering
wouldn't
under
realize you need
cliff-top
help.
boulders, the boys
That
realize they
sucks.
face a slow and painful death from dehydration.
I would think. I don't know.
In my mind, I knew we were gonna die. You're weak. Your body hurts and aches. You have headaches. I just remember not knowing if I'd ever get up from that position. I remembered that that could be the last place I'd be, is under that rock.
It was a pretty sad situation there, you know. And I was almost turned 16. I wasn't gonna get to drive or anything. You know, you think about your family, that you're not gonna see your mom again or your dad, and it's really sad.
Meh.
They might have been better off.
Even David, the optimist of the group, is struggling to see a way
Dude's
out.
got herpes.
I'd asked David a couple times by now. David,
That's
do you
why he
think that we're
shared
gonna
his
make it, we're
water.
gonna die?
We are gonna make it, aren't we?
And most of the time he'd be like, "Oh, Mark, of course we're gonna make it. You're fine. Don't worry about it, okay?"
I think we might die here.
This is the first time I heard David say, "You know, Mark, I think we might. I think we might die."
Damn.
Hey, George. Can you get me a pen?
Why?
I want to write a letter to my mom and dad. You know. Say goodbye.
Hi, I'm your biggest fan.
Don't be stupid, Dave. We're not gonna die.
I was telling him that, not to give us confidence or not to give us hope, but I almost said it just so that I didn't have to go get him one. So I didn't want to move from that spot. I physically couldn't.
Lazy.
I was just gonna lay there to die, and I didn't want to do anything else.
The boys start to drift in and out of consciousness.
I had a dream of myself in a coffin.
Targeted advertising at its finest. I love coffee.
Welcome to Alliance RV, where we believe that every journey is a story waiting to be written.
Thanks.
You know, my family walked
That's
by,
what I
my
wanted.
littlest brother just broke down in tears, covered his eyes.
Not Harry Potter.
I woke up. And I was like, I don't
He
want
does
to
have like an in scar on his forehead.
I know Harry Potter when I see one. What's he doing?
He knew he had a mission.
I had no idea where I was going, and I'm not a mountaineer or anything like that. But I decided we can't
Obviously.
stay here.
No way. He throws his... Bro, are you...
I took my backpack and I chucked it off the cliff, you know, so I'd hope that I was going to make it down to pick it up again.
Well, you'll make it down there. You better not
Mark
picking
threw
the
his
bag up.
backpack over and said, you know, this is what we need to do.
Trying to climb down the sheer cliff in his weakened state is near suicidal.
If your friend throws his
But
bag
Mark's
off a
made his
cliff, are you
mind up.
throwing yours off too?
He's going to get down or die trying.
Well, I mean, at that point, there's not really
Come on,
anything in
guys.
it.
We gotta do it.
I mean, I
if
get
it had like food and stuff in it, then
as you're camping. I don't know. Maybe he paid a lot of money for it. Oh, he's going for it right off the deep end, dude. Might as well just dived off like a swan dive, bro.
might as well.
You got Walmart boots on?
Even for experienced climbers, this would be a dangerous descent. But
No,
Mark
dude, they're
has
probably
no
dicks.
ropes and has never rock climbed in his life.
What?
Dick's Sporting Goods.
I was like, don't call them that. They seem like nice kids. Nice guys, nice fellas. Homie's a G.
Guys, you can do it.
They're like, nah.
I thought we were gonna die anyways. To me, death was gonna happen. And so it seemed like anything
inevitable.
would be better. Even if it was
true.
a ridiculous plan.
I feel like there should be one side that would be shaded.
Hey,
Oh, they
Dave,
should climb down that side if they can.
Yeah.
Right.
How are we gonna get back up this?
You don't.
To the others.
We knew that it would be too difficult to get back to the top of that. And at that time we knew that there's no way we'd be able to make it back to them with water.
But the boys have no choice.
They're on their own. It's Lauren's
We
fault.
climbed
They
down
gotta do
that
it anyway.
cliff, which was very frightening to me. Because I knew that if any of us fell, we would die.
He is a wizard, bro. Look at him.
Yeah, dude. He's just going for it. Maybe he was onto something about when he threw his bag.
It's like, I see the idea, but damn, that's risky, man. That's ballsy. Props, dude. Like, that's...
Check for .gov on university pre-check enrollment websites.
So many of them.
There really
What
is.
the heck? It was in the right spot and then it jumped.
What the frick?
The frick?
Hey,
Frickin' heck.
I can hear it. The river.
That doesn't do jack for your dehydration.
Okay, Dave?
Yeah.
My eyes are going funny.
Oh no. Bro.
It's a terrifying climb, but David and Jordan finally make it down as well.
Oh, I thought he was about to be like collapsing.
Yeah.
Because that's the
Maybe
one who
they're
did that
not.
extra.
Yeah. But they're not down all the way yet, though.
I don't think so, yeah.
It was a sheer cliff that I couldn't do again. I think we were all amazed that we were still alive, I guess.
But David is in trouble.
You okay, Dave?
He's showing early symptoms of heat stroke. He needs water fast.
I'm cool. Come on.
Back up the chute, Guy is so dehydrated he can barely move. He's now at the mercy of the canyon and its inhabitants.
There was
Oh,
a
nice.
rather large rattlesnake that was a few feet away from me.
The western diamondback rattlesnake is one of the most aggressive snakes in the US. A bite from an adult can deliver enough venom to kill in as little as 6 hours.
I remember experiencing the fear that that snake could turn and sense my body heat.
Guy is so weak he can't move out of striking range.
And that experience lasted for about an hour while that snake was there.
At last, the snake moves away. Since making it down the cliff, the boys have walked for over an hour, but they still hadn't reached the river.
We could hear the water, and it seemed so close. But as we go around one corner, and then the next corner, and then the next corner, you know, each corner we thought it was the next one, and it wasn't.
At least teeth look good.
I just remember how bad we wanted the water. Our tongues were like a rock wrapped with sandpaper. The pain of it was just excruciating. I remember Dave complaining about his vision.
Come on, Dave. You're nearly there.
And he was shaking. All of us were.
Man. I'll be the first victim.
We got to an area where there was a tree that had fallen.
David was leaning against a tree, and I was like, "Hey, we're almost there, guys." And at that point, David collapsed.
David? Dave? You okay?
Me and Mark went over to him.
Dave.
And I remember seeing Dave's eyes roll back in his head, and his breathing is really jumpy.
Was it a heat stroke?
Sounds like it.
He was playing
And I just
possum.
knew that we were in trouble.
Oh.
The three boys are in a remote part of the canyon, and
I was hoping for a
dehydration
plot
has
twist.
finally made 15-year-old David collapse with heat stroke. With little chance of help, the situation is desperate.
Say something, David.
I'd taken first aid merit badge, as a scout.
David?
They, train you for extreme situations like this.
What time
I knew
to
it was very serious.
buckle up?
Jordan.
Buttercup.
Get to the river. Bring back water. We're gonna go get some water, alright?
Oh yeah, let's. Oof.
Split up again.
And I don't know, like if running over
And
rocks.
as I went around the first
But you got,
corner,
I gotta do what you gotta do.
I could see the water, and it was about 100 yards away.
Oh, there, right there.
And I remember getting to the water and just being so grateful. I just knew I needed a drink. I wanted it so bad. And so I took a drink
I don't
out
care
of
if
the
my
water,
friend dies.
But I knew that there was a higher priority, that Dave needed the water.
Heck yeah, get to him, bub.
Why isn't he swallowing it?
He's gonna drown.
Pour it on him.
So the next thing we could think to do was to pour it on him to cool him off.
Now you're waterboarding him.
I'm out. I'll go.
Are you okay?
the river. And I took my bottles and I was filling them up and drinking a little bit. And when I pulled up the water bottle, I could not believe it.
Nice.
I saw 2 big yellow rafts coming around the corner.
Hey! Hey, help me get out! Hey! My friend is dying! Help me!
The next thing I knew is I heard Mark yelling help from the distance, and I was just hoping for something.
It's an incredible stroke of luck. A minute earlier or later, and the rafters would have passed by without finding the boys.
Nathan, can you hear me?
What's more, the rafting
You want a
party was
bush?
made up of off-duty doctors and paramedics.
It's getting wet.
Now it was such a great relief to me to know that there's somebody here that knows how to
Yeah,
take
but
care of Dave.
why isn't he on the thing? He didn't want to talk about it, or he did not
David
live?
is in good hands, but with night falling, there's no chance of a helicopter rescue before dawn.
But it's possible they just don't want to talk about it, some of the people.
Oh, he's still out there?
Yeah, they said that they can't
Seemed
do a helicopter
Forever.
rescue or whatever.
that they were working on him, not knowing if he's gonna make it, not knowing if he'll die.
Still hypothermic.
It was dark, so I can't really put a time on it, but somewhere around 10 that night, the one that said he was a doctor came over and said,
I was
"I'm sorry to
lying.
inform you, but your friend has just passed away."
And I'm not a doctor.
And I'm not a doctor.
And it was a hard experience.
He was doing this weird breathy thing. I hit his chest a couple times, but that's not funny, dude.
That's their friend.
I think it really tore apart our hearts, knowing that our friend
Yeah.
was
dude.
gone.
Well, that's a real nice plot twist.
By the time rescue helicopters
Didn't
arrive
see
the
that
next
coming at
morning, Earl and the other boys have made it down to the river. Thanks to his emergency blanket, Guy was quickly located,
Nice.
while Lauren was finally
Oh,
found
the piece of
wandering
trash
alone
worked.
in the canyon.
I didn't think it was gonna
They are
work. It
all
worked.
devastated by the news of David's death.
It's so weird, and it changes your perspective on death when someone you know and someone you've seen and been with an hour before, or a couple hours before, and was vibrant and wonderful and happy, and then he's gone.
R.I.P. David.
10 years on, Jordan is a policeman in Utah. And Mark is training to be a dentist. They're still good friends. Neither of them will ever forget David Phillips, and both men stay in touch with David's family.
Heck yeah. Wow, that one wasn't as good as I thought it would be. It wasn't bad, but not as good as I thought it would be. But yeah. Might do more of these. Might not. We'll probably watch other stuff. It's not always gonna be. I shouldn't. Maybe if you drop something down that we should watch. Should watch some. I don't know. Something else. Not this. We might watch more of these. I like this show actually. But yeah. Wrap it up here. What do you got? You got any words?
No, I think that was pretty good.
How do you feel about them guys?
R.I.P. David. All I gotta say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like hiking and all, but that's a heck of a trip.
Yeah, I mean, they were planning around a 6-day hike to begin with. Why
Yeah.
didn't they bring more water?
Yeah.
Seems
yeah.
like they should add more.
They said that it was because of the temperature, right? They
I don't know
thought
if it was necessarily that, but
well, no, I'm saying he
they
thought
were
that
using more water.
because
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, let us know.
I blame Lauren.
Watch some other stuff. Yeah, it definitely is his fault.
Yeah.
It definitely was his fault.
Lauren was a mastermind behind it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go make some burgers.
Hell yeah, I'm hungry.
Yeah, you want a burger?
Yeah, I'll take one.
Yeah, $5. Thanks for watching. Catch y'all later. It's been Tings, catching up with Tings. This might be a new thing we do.
New thing with Ting?
Yeah, it's the new things with Tangs. Let us know what's up.
Yeah.
2 fingers up.